Hey guys, what's going on? I have way too many followers, and I was trying to find a way to get rid of some more followers, some subscribers. Get that subscriber count down. Unsubscribe to me. And I decided to talk about something that is a buy profitably. So my thing with buy profitably, and if you don't know the buy profitably joke, you can search it, in my thing. I've talked about it a couple times. I've made memes. If you go onto the Discord, and it's basically a Discord joke. They do a lot of. There was a month in I think it was like December, January, somewhere in that area, where every single post was like buy profitably, and they started talking about deals, and they would talk about just these kinds of deals, just like this. Something like, oh, special offer, star coins, you can buy them in the game, and you buy profitably, star coins, oh, experiment coins, buy profitably, we're gonna add experiment coins into the shop, so you make sure you buy profitably. It's like, oh, chest of fragments, if you gotta get those chests of fragments 70% off, buy profitably. Oh, we're doing magic orbs, buy profitably, right? And my thing about that, other than it just being funny that they kept using the same phrase over and over and over in every single post, was I don't have a problem with this game monetizing things. I don't have a problem that this exists. I don't have a problem that if somebody wants to spend $12 increments to get 2 orbs, right? It's your money. Do whatever you want. Spend $1,000. Spend $10,000 getting a whole bunch of chest of fragments. When the gold, 100,000 gold for $10. You want to spend $1 million to get gold in this game? Do it. Yeah, all power to you. It's your money. You can do whatever you want with your money. My problem is not that they do this. My problem is that they advertise it at all. And I feel like these offers are in-game. You can see them. And so them actively, making a thing about why you should, jump into your game right now and buy profitably. When we're looking at the news section, when we're, when we're doing that, and we're trying to keep up to date with the game, and we're, subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Twitter, subscribe, whatever you're subscribed to, the Discord, whatever, whatever Instagram, if you follow the Rush Royale Instagram, the Rush Royale TikTok, right? You're subscribed to these things because you want game information about new updates, new things that they're adding to the game. This is not something that they're adding to the game. This is something that is just going to exist because it exists all the time. It exists all the time in the game. So when they waste news articles and tell you oh, you need to buy this thing. We're adding the Legends choice again. Make sure you buy profitably with this thing, right? That is where I take offense to that, because it's an unnecessary news event, right? And my thing was always that if there was an actual thing that people should probably buy, somebody would pick that up and they would talk about it, and you don't have to promote it. You don't need to shove this in people's face. Oh, buy these experiment coins, buy these, magic orbs. Because if it was a real thing that people would want to buy, people would find it and talk about it. And I'd like to talk about something that I discovered. And because I haven't seen anybody talk about this. Mostly because most people don't like talking about, buying profitably in this game. For all of my above reasons, right? A lot of people don't even find value in the season pass. There are people that don't even want to spend $10 on a season pass. Don't want to or can't. Either way. And I want to talk about something that they have apparently updated. Hero Tavern. So The only update that Hero Tavern has ever basically gotten was this singular star coin. When they introduced star coins instead of pages of secrets, and book of secrets by extension, and they introduced star coins into the game, and in the way that it is currently being used, where you need 20 star coins in order to upgrade a max, like a unit where you would want to upgrade it to max. So for example, you can use a star coin whenever you want. You can use a star coin to upgrade a level 8 unit to level 9 using 10 star coins, or you can use 20 star coins in order to upgrade a unit from 14 to 15, in the same way that you would want to do for a Book of Secrets. A level 12, you would still need 20 star coins, at which point you basically want to utilize those 20 star coins for something that you're taking from a 14 to a 15, because that is that's the max value that you're going to get out of it. You could probably use it on a 14, or you want to hit thresholds. So maybe even this 12 to a 13 if the 13 talent was really good. But you want to be hitting thresholds when you use a star coin. I think 13 to 14, you don't get anything out of that. You don't get an extra talent. 14 to 15, you get the max talent. 12 to 13, you get the 13 talent. I could argue both points. But essentially, in order to get star coins, you need to buy the season pass. And that's the only way to get it, and you get 5 per month every time you buy the season pass, meaning that it's $10 for a season pass, and then you have to buy 4 of them, so that's $40. It's a crazy amount. You need a crazy amount of star coins in order to do those effective usages of your star coins. So when they did this, they upgraded Hero Tavern, and they added a star coin on the paid side, obviously. And this was supposed to get people to want to buy the Hero Tavern, and I thought it was really stupid. You can go back to my video, but it's basically like getting 1 extra star coin doesn't do enough to make you want to make this worth it, to make this all of a sudden worth it. And what they did was they changed a lot of the other rewards. I was going through this, and then I was just scrolling through, and I was like, oh wow, an experiment coin, that's kind of cool. And then I was like, experiment coin, experiment coin, experiment coin, experiment coin, experiment coin, experiment coin. Experiment coin. And I was like, wait, what is this? They changed, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of the rewards on the paid side of Hero Tavern to where I think this might actually be worth it. You now get a Hero Tavern gold box. There are percentages on this. So for the most part, you're going to get, what do you have, a 30% chance of getting 50 dust. You have a 5% chance of getting 1 star coin. You have a 0.02% chance of getting 10 star coins. You have a 4% chance of getting an orb. And for the most part, you're probably just going to get gold. And the way that you have to read this is that the chance is from 0 to 10, 0 to 50, or 0 to 1. Meaning that you could get zeroed on all 3 of these. And you could get, I trust that you wouldn't get nothing, because the gold is also a 0 to 1,000. On the 1,000 side, it's a 60.9% chance of getting 1,000 gold. So that's a high chance. So you'll probably get 1,000 gold, but you have the ability to get anywhere from 0 to 1,000 gold. And so presumably you'd probably get, at the very least, gold. But you do have the chance of not getting anything else, because it goes from 0 to the next number. But I think that it's kind of cool that you can theoretically get a star coin out of this, theoretically get an orb out of this, theoretically get magic dust out of this. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there. There's a lot of them. And I think that is, with how many there are, you're gonna get something. And even if you didn't get anything, experiment coins are becoming the biggest sought after currency in this game, at least for me. I have so many duplicates already that I need what I actually need are to trade this in for things that I actually actively want. Orbs are always a thing, but that's like a once per month thing. And I constantly find myself not having experiment coins because essentially the only way to get them is through the challenge of hunters. You get a reasonable amount in here if you win at all. Even if you come in 12th place out of 15, you still get 10 star coins. But once you go into like the 4th to, higher than that place, you're at least getting 30, which is a spin on the not the wheel, but what is it? The Laboratory of Experiments. You get one spin. And because experiment coins are so hard to come by now, I think that gives this inherent value as well. Obviously, you're doing this for the heroic tokens, for these heroic tokens, and it is obviously really difficult to get any higher than you already normally get. I want to say that for a typical season, if you are free to play, basically, you're going to get to about 20,000 points. Anything beyond that, the 41,000 points to get the moving avatar, you're gonna have to spend some amount of gems and rise up in Heroic Tavern like that. Anything beyond that is insane. The fact that the jump goes from 40 to 70 from just here to here. It's a big jump. You're like 41,000. You're pretty much like that is the maximum amount. But even like going from there, 10 epic fragments is really good because they changed how you're getting epic fragments in expeditions. Like you're not getting them anymore. So getting 10 epic fragments is always going to be good. Like I said, like these boxes, a secret compass is fine. I just know that this was probably common, epic, and rare units. And then there were also probably gold rewards, just dumb rewards that do nothing. And so even if you get gold from these boxes, we're probably going to get gold with the previous reward or common, epic, rare units that you probably didn't need anyway. And now, even if you do get gold, that's what you would have gotten anyway, but you now have the chance to get star coins, orbs, and dust, which I think is good. I think the value that they've now added to the Hero Tavern Pass, I am like at my stage in my account, I don't know if I necessarily need for the season pass, you're essentially doing it for the star coins and the orbs. You're getting some amount of legendary units, and I think that if you are a newer player, I think the season pass is still where it's at. But if you get to the higher tiers of your account, you've already maxed out your common, epics, and rares. You have like a built-out deck that you like. And if you're just kind of like fine tuning like the rest of your cards, I think that the Heroic Tavern, in order to get to start your grind on heroic tokens, in order to get all of the heroic items, I think this might be the better grind or the better thing to invest $10 into. Heroic tokens take forever to accumulate. It's just money. It's just large quantities of money that you have to be spending on gems and then using the gems to buy things, and then that's how you get Heroic Tavern points. But I think that with everything that they've changed in Hero Tavern, for all these paid rewards, going from just changing the 1 star coin to all of this, I think it might be a better deal now. And I think I might actually say, I might actually recommend that this is now finally a good deal. Again, like, like 40,000 is pretty much all you can hope for. So look at the rewards to go to getting to 40,000. Don't look at that in any kind of consistent fashion. Like you're probably not going to get to 40,000 every season. But if there's like some season where you end up spending, if you find yourself spending money anyway within the game, with gems, using gems for various things that you do in this game, and you're specifically like using them to buy things. For example, like if you bought like an emote, that wouldn't count. But if you buy things like, what could you buy in here? What would you buy? What are things that I would recommend buying? Are there things that I would recommend buying? I think if you use, yeah, I don't think you can, even if you buy orbs, the refresh, you're not getting anything from it. 1 second. Okay, so I was looking in rules, and it says any crystals you spend give you coins based on the number of crystals spent. And that's not even true either, because you can spend 99 crystals on a apprentice chest, and you're going to get 277 tokens, or coins. You're going to get 277 coins that go towards that. So that's much more than the 99. And I feel like maybe the only time I've ever spent actual gems in order that go towards this, because it's not in everything that I don't think it's not in everything that you spend. Like if you do 30 crystal refreshes during events, that doesn't count. And if you were to, like buy extra wings, I don't think that counts. That wouldn't count either. So maybe like it's only during like events. And I'm talking about like the major events, like a Phoenix event, like a Gunslinger event. I think that's mainly the time that I ever really do this, where I spend a lot of like crystals, where I'm getting actual hero tavern points. So maybe like buy this during one of those events, and then you will, and I think that's when you'll feel the benefit. Maybe you don't need to do this all the time. If you're not like specifically getting like to the heights of like a 40,000. But if you are okay with the rewards at 20,000, reasonably over the course of a month, you'll probably get to 20,000. You might get a little bit higher, like to the 21 and get this extra legendary. But you won't really get much higher than that, even if you do everything. Even if you do all of your tavern quests, even if you do literally everything on this, and you're constantly doing all of your season quests, and you're constantly doing all of your daily quests, you'll get around like 21,000 points. Anything beyond that, you're having to spend gems, and I think the only way that I would ever recommend people spending gems would be the magic orb refreshes, the extra 5 refreshes, and tournament. I think that's pretty much it. Those are the only 2 things that I would ever really recommend you spending gems on, other than actual events. And both of those other ways, like spending it on in random league, and spending the 500, that doesn't count towards this, and spending 500 on the orb refreshes also doesn't count towards this. So yeah, I don't know. Take this information for what it's worth. I just thought I would talk about something that I haven't heard anybody bring up. And I think that these rewards are pretty good. I don't necessarily know if they're pretty good rewards for $10 if you can only get to 21, if you can only get to 2100, but I do like it way more than what it used to be, I guess is what my point is. I'll catch you guys next video.